welcome to Cat Stitch. My name is Cat and I'm based in Wellington, New Zealand. Today is very early in the morning on Sunday about the 21st of November, I think, and this is Flosstube number 23. For those that are joining me for the first time, thank you very much for stopping on by. I know there's a lot to choose from and I really do appreciate you taking the time. If you like what you see today or anything like that, just make sure you subscribe, tick the like, do all the things. And it would be great to have you join me again. For those that are returning, thanks guys, really do appreciate it. I'm going to try and make this another short one because I actually quite liked the short one last time. And I don't have a lot of news. Today I've actually got some FFOs. I've got some new starts, whips, I think. No whips, just new starts. I didn't work on anything that was in my previous thing that I was going to do. Oops. But I'll explain that in a minute. And I do have some finishes as well. Okay, so quick update. A couple of days after my last Flosstube, I started having a problem seeing and focusing for any consistent amount of time, which pretty much put a halt on any stitching or doing a lot of other things. It's still a bit iffy, still a little bit blurry, but I can still stitch, just not as much as I would like to. And I've just realised I've forgotten something, so give me a second. It'll be brief. You won't even notice. Hang on. Okay, so there you go. Split second, back. It took a lot longer than I thought it would to find what I was looking for. But I found it, so I'm all set to go now. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, I was having a few issues with my eyes. I can still stitch, but in very sort of, 10 or 20 stitches. And then I have to stop and do something else because I can't focus. Which has been a bit upsetting, I suppose. Just reminding me of how long my vision's going to last. So because of that, I did a bit of a clean out. I've actually picked out a few whips that I had this year from last year and stuff that I'm not going to do. So either I'm just going to hand them on to someone else to do, or just toss them. So one is the Alice in Wonderland by Satsuma Street, the Sal. One is the Witchy Tea Time by Primitive Hair. And I can't remember what the other one was. I've got them all in a pouch. So if you're in New Zealand and you want to take over those, I'll just send the whole pouch and, you can carry on with that. That's cool. I also organised my projects for hopefully the next year, of what I'm going to do. So all my project bags are full. I've printed up all the little mini versions of the screens of the covers, so I can start creating my journal and that sort of thing, which I have plans this time. Shocking, I know. Okay, so let's get on with this because that's what you've come here to see, and I've babbled long enough. So, are we upside down? No, we're up the right way. I just wasn't sure because, yeah, whatever. Okay, so on with the new starts. Last week, as part of the Halloween cross stitch group, they're doing Nevermore this month. So anything Edgar Allan Poe, Raven, Crow, Nevermore, that sort of thing. Anything related to that, you can stitch as part of it. So the first week I did Halloween Delivery, and I haven't touched that. And then the week after we talked, we were last here, I started Raven's Roost by The Good Huswife. And this is where I'm up to. It's getting stitched on 14 count Emerald Forest. So this is what the design looks like. So this is 14 count Emerald Forest by Jodie Redesigns, and it's opal, and here's where I'm up to. Now I've come across a small problem. The dark grey that I've got around the edge, I'm not sure what colour that is because there was a bit of a mix-up when I was with all my threads. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to progress with that one. But we're going to still give it a go. It just might be slightly different. The one for last week, a very small start because I really was having some issues at the beginning of the week. And this is from Luminous Fibre Arts. And a lot of you would have seen this. I'm sure I've seen it heaps. Called A Raven's Reply. And this is stitched on, it's 14 count opal Ada. And I think it's something like, I'm not sure, but it's Jodie Ree. So it's a lovely purpley grey. And that's all I've done so far. Not a lot, but still enough to be regarded as a whip. So there we go, it's now a whip. And then the one that I made the biggest progress on was this one here, the coffee sampler, which I had been looking forward to doing since Nicole from North Island Stitcher had said she was going to start a Happy Mood Point sale on the 16th of November. So I've had this kitted up, ready to go. All I had was the fabric picked out because I hadn't decided on the colours that I was going to use. The day of, so on the 16th, I had picked out the colours according to the chart, and I'd had a look at them and no, I don't want those colours. And so I chose a bunch of sulky threads, and that's what I'm doing. So this is what it looks like, and this is where I'm up to. So I'm about 10% into this, and they're all sulky threads, and it's a 14 count. I don't know what the fabric is. It's an old one from Jodie Ree, but it's 14 count opal Ada, and that's where I'm up to. I'm really loving the colours. They're definitely a bit different. And hang on, let me see if I can get a board. Look, I've finally taken the cover off it, in the vain hope I was going to put some felt on it so that things wouldn't slip off. Haven't gotten around to doing that yet. But there we go. That's where I'm up to so far. Really happy with that. I must say, stitching Quaker style is actually really good for my vision because I'm not going from looking at the cross stitch to looking at the pattern, looking back at the cross stitch, looking back at the pattern, which does strain my eyes. So because Quakers are quite symmetrical, once you get the first part of the pattern, the whole thing is the same sort of thing, so it's a lot easier. So those are my 3 starts. And that's pretty much, I'm not going to say what I've done because I have got finishes, but those are like the big starts for me. So I'll just put them there. I would put them on my desk as I usually do, but my desk is an absolute mess after doing FFOs all day today. Right, so just some little small finishes. This one, I think it was a freebie, Jeanette Douglas freebie. And it's just on a scrap piece of fabric. It's supposed to say Merry Christmas or something like that, but when I was having a look, obviously it's supposed to get stitched on like, I don't know, a high count even weave or linen or something like that, because the lettering is all 1/1. Now, because I'm doing it on 14 count Ada, that wasn't possible. So I chose my own colours, as usual. They are, what have I got? Oh, the green, so the dark green is Diamante thread. The Warm Wishes, so the gold, is Krennic. And the red is Live and Die in LA, and so is the green. And Bobby's finally gotten out of bed. So that's that one. And then I thought, well, because I'm doing the Jeanette Douglas, I need to catch up on some of the things because the last one I'd done was number 5. So I'm a few months behind. So here is number 6. And again, choosing my own colours. I just have a bunch in a bag and I just pack them out. So there's number 6. And I'm doing them all separately because I'm going to make up a basket of pillows for my mum for Christmas. So then number 12 is going to get stitched really fast. This is number 7. And where is it? This is number 8. It's all getting stitched on 14 count Rustico. This is the tomato one. So that's those finishes. I do have another finish, but it's somewhere in a pile over there, and I'm not going to get it out, but I will put up a picture here. So this is the Prairie School Centre that I just started when I did my last video. Okay, and so this is what it looks like. So I finished it. It's just in the pile with pegs and everything on it to FFO. And I was, that's next on my list of things to do. So that's it finished. And then, let's see, was this yesterday? I think this was yesterday. These are from Just Cross Stitch Ornaments magazine, 2018. So there's this one here. I don't know if you can see the white very well. You can see the white in person. This is that one. And then I just finished this one earlier today, or earlier, like about an hour ago. So that's those two. So it's them. I do have another 2 start finishes, actually 4 start finishes, which I've actually FFO'd. So let's get on to the FFOs. Okay, so one that I did for my daughter was Welcome Foolish Mortals by the Witchy Stitcher. I asked her if she wants it as a pillow or as a wall hanging, and Bobby, stop knocking it. And she wanted it as a pillow. So here it is. She just wanted a simple pillow. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. So Welcome Foolish Mortals, designed by the Witchy Stitcher. It's stitched on 14 count. I think this is cassis. I think. I'm not 100% sure. And then on the back, I have a little danglebat charm and this cool fabric. So that's for my daughter. That's number 1. I literally just finished putting this together, just sewing it shut. And it's the Prairie Schooler Centre 2018, I think. It's stitched on 14 count Ada. I think this was like an offcut, like a scrap piece, a no name piece. So there he is there. Good girls, good girls and boys. And then I've just got this lovely sparkly blue fabric on the back, which is what my daughter wanted. She didn't want a whole bunch of embellishments on these sorts of things. So I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that. I have got a little bit of walnut shell in it, and then just the polyfill. So I'm really happy with that. So I literally just closed it before I filmed. Now, one of the start finishes that I did, and both of these are from Lizzie Kate. So I'm just going to move those up there, and excuse me just a second. Come on, Bob Bob. Come on. Yeah, get your bum up. Okay. Bobby wanted to see. So both are from Lizzie Kate. It is from the Spring Smalls is the chart. There's 4 charts in it, and I've done 2 of them so far. So this is the first one, Buzz. I chose my own colours. It's stitched on 14 count. I think this is Pixie Potion from Jodie Ray. It's not opal, it's just normal. So you got your little charm there, which comes with the with the chart. Yeah, that little charm. And then I had this little bow, so I put the little bow on. And then got the bumblebee fabric at the back. The queen bees. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Nice and simple, just pretty. And then because here in New Zealand we are in spring, so I had, you know, I really wanted to do a spring one. Did I put any? No, that's all polyfill in that one. This one has the walnut shells at the bottom to give it extra weight. And then it's polyfill the rest. It's the same fabric that one is, it's just a different part of it. So it just goes to show when you're looking at a big dye job on a piece of fabric, what colours you can get out of it. And this is from the same piece of fabric. This is called Spring. It's part of the Spring Smalls set. And here we go. So I start and finish. Again, choosing my own colours. I was just sort of stitching from stash. I had these little bows in my stash, so I popped them on. Sort of, you know, that one to catch the, you know, catch the blues that I've got, and then that one for the apricot colour. Now these are not these lovely, you know, lady dots. These are just the ones that I got from Pete's Emporium, I think, in Lower Hutt, and I trimmed off all the thing and I stitched them on. It's not the greatest job because I was it's not the easiest thing to see, but that's okay. And then on the back I've got used that bumblebee fabric again, the queen bee fabric. So yeah, just ignore the icky bits. But you know what? I had an issue today with the sewing machine. It took me 55 minutes around about to thread the needle, and then I'd managed to sew a few of the pillows that I was going to be turning into pillows, and the thread came out, and I was like, I'm not spending another 55 minutes trying to thread the needle again. That's just not happening. I've just got a kid's sewing machine. Literally, I'll show you. Hang on a second. It's just over here. This is my sewing machine. It's just a little kid's one. It works fine. It's just I can't see the needle. I struggle, especially at the moment. So yeah, so that sort of put a hold on, you know, doing a lot more of the pillows, but I did manage to do a few. A couple of them I'm still finishing, so that's why you're not going to see those this time. The other one that I did a start finish, please enter your pin. I'm trying to remember who it was that designed this one. I'll put it down below though. Okay, I chose my own colours from stash. I got the charms from AliExpress. It was just a scrap piece of fabric. I'm not sure where from. Yeah, and I just got the pins from Spotlight. So here it is. Please enter your pin. There's my tomatoes. And I did like a satin stitch for the thread. Changed the colour of the thread because I like the purple. And I changed the colour of the thread up there as well. I've broken a lot of nails today, by the way, so excuse those. And then those are the charms and the pins that I got. I haven't finished the back yet. I'm trying to work out whether I put a patch on or something on the back. So I just want to put something there probably. The glue gun and I are becoming friends, although I don't have any fingerprints left on some of my fingers because they burnt so often. But I'm really happy with that. I think it looks pretty cool. Although I can see bits of the glue gun. That's okay. Another of my start finishes. This one is actually for my best friend for Christmas. Fortunately, she doesn't watch, so that's okay. It's Grumpy Cat, and I think it's Brooke's Books that does this one. It's a free one, and there we go. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's on 14 count. I think it's the same piece of fabric that I used for my Into Your Pin. So all I did, so I've got a few of these, so she's going to get that as well so she can display it. I did 2 rows of that. So this is actually a canvas, So it's just a little 4-inch canvas, and so I wrapped it around the canvas, glued it down. There is a little bit of padding underneath. I did a thicker interfacing on it. These bows, I've got to get some more of this ribbon because I love these bows, and I know it comes in different colours, so I'm going to have to go hunting because I love doing those bows. And then I just put a little Christmas present on the back. So there's the grumpy cat. It's me at Christmas time. So there we go. I chose most of my own colours on this one as well. Honestly, I shouldn't have to say that anymore. Mind you, if there's any new ones watching, they wouldn't know that. But in all honesty, for those that are new, I consistently choose my own colours. It's very rarely do I actually follow a chart. I follow it, just not all of it. And then I have some other smalls that I did for my daughter. These are just some of them. So these are from the Just Cross Stitch ornament magazines, ranging anywhere between 2017 to 2022 to the latest one. So there's this one here, just simple finishes, a little bit of a tassel down here. And as you can see, I had a little, where are we? Had a little candy cane charm and some bells down the bottom, and then just Christmas present wrapping on the fabric on the back. So there's that one, and again the glue gun was used a lot, so I've got to tidy it up a little bit because I was doing these all day today. This one here, center's coming. So these ones here I did all the same sort of style. There's that one, if I can get the camera in the right place. I don't know if I'm going to add a charm to it or not. I'm thinking I'm just going to leave it. I think yeah. See, I go through these spurts of happily doing finishing, and then I'm just like, okay, I've done enough finishing. I don't want to do any more. And then Dear Santa. Now, I'm doing a Christmas ornament exchange. None of these are the ones that are going there. Just saying, just in case that person is watching. These ones are for my daughter. I haven't done your one yet. I have got it stitched. I just haven't finished it. Next of my finishes, my fully finished. This one is called Snow White. It's actually only half of it. I didn't do the bottom portion, I only did the top portion. And it's stitched on 14 count Stormy Skies, I think it is. 14 count Opal from Jodie Ree. And there's the finish. So I don't know if you can't see the sparkle in this ribbon. See this lovely lacy ribbon. And then I've got a little snowflake charm. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just looking at the glue tendrils. This little snowflake charm in there. And then just these little button things. Oh my god, you can see the glue. Okay. It's okay. So there's that one. Really happy with that. I think it looks pretty. And then just some simple snowflakes on the back. So that's one. And then my favourite finish, which I was so excited about. It's called Keep Calm Witch Stitch by Crocetteagogo. I think I said it right. I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, here it is. Isn't it cool? Okay, so it's stitched on 14 count Spooky Mansion from Live and Die in LA. Again, choosing my own colours. I've got a little bit of bling down the front there. I've got my initial there. And I've got a cat at each end as well. This was actually an arrow board, and I've just put some felt on the back, glued it. This was literally all glued together. I glued on the stuff, which I got from Pete's Emporium. Same with the bigger piece. The ribbon, I think that came from AliExpress. I've got a lot of ribbon, and a lot of it came from AliExpress. Just some simple stripy fabric on the back, on the board, and then I just popped it on, and I love it. It is so cool. I'm really, really happy with that finish. And then the last thing that I want to show you, if you watch Mouse Potato Designs, Felicia had shown on one of her episodes, it was a few episodes ago, I think it was a couple, was it last month? No, it might have been the month before, where she had got an old photo frame and she turned it into an art catcher by, you know, replacing the, you know, taking the glass out and putting felt in it and all that sort of stuff. Well, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do the same thing, and I finally got around to doing it. And here's mine. I'm thinking I might decorate it with, like, you know, catch some art or something like that, you know, stitched. And so it's just got a lovely sort of deep purple felt, some fluffy wool that I've got. I made a little emery pin cushion, and then I just had this, I found a needle, so I popped it in it. But yeah, so that's what I did. Made that. And I mean, you can have it standing up because it's still got the back on it. So yeah, so all I did was take the glass out and I put the felt on the backing board and then just stuck it back in. So that's what I did. Okay, is that everything? That's everything. So that's what I did. A lot of it was by touch, and you know, and it's not perfect, but it's fully finished. So woohoo! Some more out of my box. And yeah, I can actually close the box, but that's only because I've still got a pile of ones for me to finish sitting on my desk. I had spent quite a bit of time yesterday reorganising my room, sorting it out, tidying it up. A day of FFOing and my room looks like a bomb's gone off in it. I'm not even going to face that tonight. I'm just, yeah, it's going to stay that way. Okay, so plans, what's coming up? This week I'm going to work on Raven's Reply to add some more stitches to that. Hopefully maybe finish the frame a bit. We'll see. I don't know about what other ones I might work on. I know I still have to fix the Cinnamon Stars cell where I'd made a boo-boo with the roof. But I'm also going to start setting up my journal and that sort of thing. 1st of December is when Mouse Potato Design is also running a sale. So it's the Shabby Winter Sale by Kua de Ebatakor. And I know I've probably said that wrong. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just doing some of the ornaments. So I've picked out about 10 of the ornaments that I want to do, the little minis. So there's about 10 of those that I want to do. I'm also going to be starting Christmas Tier Tray by Madame Chantilly. That's on the 1st, 2nd sort of time frame. Then on the 21st, I believe, Lancashire Stitcher is starting a seasonal sale, one of the two. Go and check her out for more information. She's starting with a Christmas one. And I'm going to start the winter one. Even though we're in summer, or we're heading into summer, I sort of figure if I start the winter one, then maybe by the time I've finished it, it will be winter here and it'll be the right time to display it. So I'm stitching forward for the season, not within the season, if that makes sense. But I'm still going to keep changing as the Lancashire Stitcher does. So that's a couple of new starts for next month. I'm also want to continuing on my Christmas ornaments. I've still got about, I don't know, 8 to stitch. Which is, I'm not fussed about finishing my whips because they're on my list for next year. So if I finish them, it just means, dang it, now I'm going to have to find something for that gap, which won't be hard. It'll be easy. Okay, what else? Oh, I'm going to be inserting a video now. Hang on. Let me think about that for a second. I got some haul. I got it last week before last. Just the week that I was last with you guys. And I'm not good at waiting, but I sort of thought, well, I'll record it. So I recorded my haul, and here it is. Okay, so we're back in time. It is November the 10th on Thursday afternoon, and I got some incredibly lovely stitchy mail today. So I'm going to start with the mainstream stuff, and then I'm going to show you what is, I can't really express how much it means to me. Okay, so first up, from Stitch NZ, I got some more of my Weeks Dye Works to add to my lovely growing collection, as you can see. A nice array of colours, which is nice. And a lot of those I need for projects that I'm already starting. So while I was stitching them from stash, I found out that I was not going to have quite enough of that colour. So I had to order some more, and I figured I might as well add an extra couple on there as well. I also got in the mail Country Cottage Gardens. Is that what it is? Oh, Cottage Garden Threads. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I said that. So Cottage Garden Threads, and this is compost, depends on where you are. And I just needed a neutral brownie tone to use for a project, and some more Diamante thread because I ran out. And I love using Diamante for like backstitch, especially when, you know, doing like spider legs and webs and stuff, because it adds a bit of a sparkle, and it's nice and fine, and it just looks good. I mean, well, I do. Yeah, I think so anyway. I also got my first 2 pieces of Fox and Rabbit Ada. Now, a lot of the time when I hear Fox and Rabbit on Flosstube and things like that, it's linen and stuff. Now, linen and Ada dye completely differently. Very rarely do dyers get it to match. I know that there are a couple out there that do, but you're never quite sure until you get a piece to see, you know, is it really the same as the normal. Now, because I don't get linen, I can't compare whether this is close to the linen colour, okay? But I wanted a couple of neutrals, and I've also got in different sizes. So usually, and the most comfortable for me to stitch on is 14 count Ada. But that, you know, I have a couple of projects that are a little bigger, but I don't want bigger pieces of Ada, you know, because I really don't have the wall space for it. So the only option is to increase the stitch count. So I've got a piece of 16 and a piece of 18. Unfortunately, neither one of them came labelled. I know the name of one, but I can't remember what the other one was that I ordered. And neither of them are serged, so I'm going to have to serge them. So this is the one that I can't remember, but it's the 18 count. So nice neutral. And it is beautiful. The mottling on it is very subtle, sort of thing. A little more subtle than I had hoped, but it is still a lovely piece. And I will make use of it. I know the project I'm thinking of using it for. But you know me, I change my mind all the time, so I'm not going to say what project it is. The other piece, which I really do love, and I got it in 16 count, so not too much of a push, but enough so that it's a big enough piece for a project I want to do on it, or that I'm thinking of doing on it. And this is Prehistoric. Again, the mottling's not really coming up in the camera. You can see a little bit of the mottling, not a lot. It is mottled though, and that's nice. You know, it's very much a lighter grey. It's sort of, to me, I don't know if to others it does, but to me it has a slight purplish tinge. But I love it. You know, I actually really love that. I love it's a warm colour. Actually, maybe this side's more mottled. Here we go. We'll turn it around. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see the mottling, but there is mottling on it. So I do quite like them. I don't know if I'd get them often, only because of the price. You know, it is quite a pricey piece of fabric for me to get, especially when I compare it to my Jodie Rees and things like that. But it is beautiful. It is lovely. Doesn't have any smell. You know how sometimes when dyers dye, you get a lovely smell? No smell. But that's okay. And now we're on to the thing that nearly brought me to tears, because it was so lovely. Now, Anna, who runs the Halloween Cross Stitch Facebook group, runs challenges all the time, over the months, all through the year. And there's prizes up for a lot of them, if not all of them, you know. And I don't enter the challenges to, to get any of the prizes. I just like the challenges and I enjoy doing them. I enjoy having something that I focus on to achieve, to say, yep, I've done this. Yes, I've done this. Because I do get a bit scatty in my thoughts and I just get overwhelmed. So Anna's challenges actually help keep me focused on something that I love doing, which is cross stitch and Halloween. So, it works. And I actually won. I won one. It was a bit of a shocker. And if I had to think about all the ones through the year, this is probably the one that if I wanted, if I was to win any, this is the one I wanted to win. So somebody up there must be looking out for me. And it was, so this is, okay, so this is one of the bags. And it's got Anna Stitches Autumn. I don't know if you can see that, if it's focusing. And as usual, I do have Anna's information down below, or the cross stitch page, the Facebook page. So this is part of the prize. This is this, beautifully made to catch my orts, and also to put my needles in while I'm stitching. So there's that. Not only is there that, but look at this. Now she stitched this. Look at that. Now I know it's stitched over one, and I think it might be 25 count. I'm not quite sure. Anna can tell me. And I think it's stitched 2 over 1, I think. But oh my God, it is, look at that, it's beautiful. And the thing is, that was on my list of ones to stitch. Well, I'm not going to stitch it now because that looks so much better than what I would do. So I'm just going to keep that and have that. But it is another book, and it's not just a book. Look at this. So there's a little slot that you can put your scissors into to go into the pouch. Another little pouch there. This little pouch over here, and you can put your needles in. Look at that. Isn't that gorge? But not only those. Look at this. Now I don't have vinyl fronted bags. So this will be my first vinyl fronted bag. Beautifully made. It's got a lovely, very small flowers. I don't know if you can see that. It might be too much reflection. But can you see the little small flowers? Maybe I need to go like this. There we go. That might work. There we go. Little small flowers. And then look at this beautiful fabric. Now purple's my favourite colour. So how happy am I? It is absolutely lovely, and it is so well made. It, absolutely love it. So that was my prize, and that was all I was expecting. But Anna is such an incredible human being that she added a little something extra in for me. I've been a member of the Halloween Facebook group. I think, is this my second year, Anna? I think it is. And I babble a lot on it. I post a lot and stuff like that. And she sent me, look at this. Now, is this a Halloween bag or what? Now, at first, I thought, and I don't know if you guys can see it, I thought that was a witch. Doesn't that look like a witch flying on a broom? I mean, can you see the little hat? And there's, there's the witch's face, and there's the front of the broom, and that's her dress flying behind. But it's actually just a blotch on the fabric. But oh my God, perfect blotch, can I just say? And then look at the fabric. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that kit. And as much as I don't like pumpkins, I love the pumpkin. And the moon. And, it actually looks very much like, where are we? Nearly like my cat sort of thing. But it wasn't only this. Look at this. This beautiful, if I can get it open. I pushed the wrong part. Look at this. And it's got a little heart. Little heart for the needles in the middle. Now this is what almost brought me to tears, because I really wasn't expecting it. And I'm so used to just sort of getting things for myself, or not just having things sent to me and stuff like that. So this especially after the last few months, yeah, this meant a lot. So thank you so much, Anna. It was a wonderful gift. Thank you very much. And yeah, you know, Halloween all year long, so it doesn't matter that it came after the official Halloween. I don't care. I have Halloween all year long, and I stitch Halloween all year long, so it's always going to have a project in it. And who knows, in this episode you might be seeing what project is in it. So thank you so much, and I'm going to enjoy filling those 2 project bags, because like I said, I'm running out of project bags, which just makes me stitch faster because I need the project bag for another project. So yeah, so we'll send you back to your regular program now, and thank you guys. Doodles. Okay, so welcome back, and it's just about time to wrap up, I'm thinking. I don't really have anything else to say. I did watch a little bit of Flosstube. Let's see, there's oh, what did I watch? I watched Sarah Stitches. I love watching her. She does some lovely work, and she's so wonderful. And her husband, oh my, talented entry. It's like one of the best intros, I think, on any Flosstube. Definitely caught up with Stacey from 911 Stitcher, and I found Mr. Holick. I'd heard him mention on a few different Flosstubes, and I finally took the plunge and went and had a look, and he's great. You know, so if you haven't watched Mr. Holick, go and check him out, because he's really cool. You know, he's got some great stitching, and he does really excellent videos of the stores and stuff like that. Really, really good ones. Nice and easy, not juddery, and you get to see so much. It's really good. What else did I watch? I also obviously watched North Island Stitcher. Finally, she was up and about again, and it was lovely to see her on the screen, even though she lives like 15 minutes from me. Nick, we need to get together. I also watched an Aussie in a Kiwi world, Judy. She put a new one up showing what she's picked out for next year. And yeah, I mean, a lot of them are in my list as well. Well, not exactly, but similar. So we've got a lot of similar ones for next year as well. I watched Lee from Creative Lee. Now, these are all the Kiwi ones. So we've got Lee, Judy, and Nicole. So go and check them out. Anne as well. Anne has a slightly different format, where she does books at the start, and then there's like a checkpoint, and you can, if you're not interested in the book part, and you can just skip straight through to the cross stitch part. But it's lovely to hear the whole thing, and stuff like that. And yeah, I've written down a few books. So I caught up with that one. What else? Obviously, you know, Brenda and the Serial Starter, Laura. Watched them. And Stitch Roadie, Anna, Stitch Roadie, Stitchy Witch, Audrey, caught up with hers, of course. Teresa Little Stitcher, caught up with hers. Darren, Dizzy Stitcher, caught up with his as well. Wombat Hollow Stitching, yep, caught up there. I do have a big list to sit down at some point and watch. I just haven't really watched a lot of Flosstube this week and last week. I've watched, I mean, it sounds like I've watched a lot, but not as much as I would normally do. I haven't spent all weekend watching Flosstube. I haven't really watched TV at all this weekend. I've actually got Midsummer on at the moment, I think. Anyway, ramble. Okay, back into the old habits. Didn't last long. So you know, I hope that I will get more stitching in over the next couple of weeks. On the 4th, I'm going up to my daughter's, and I'll be working from her place for the next, for 2 weeks, because we're getting a new bathroom, and apparently it takes 2 weeks to do, because I don't know why. I'm just gonna, okay, hang on. I'm just gonna do a little swing round so you can have a look and see what I've done. So hold your horses, people. Okay, let's see if this will work. All right, there's my tree. It just fits. So I redid the shelves. Oops. So there we go. So I've redone my shelves. They're a little messy now because I've put other stuff there. But that'll all be cleaned up tomorrow when I wake up. Sorry about that. You all right? Not a bit shaky? Okay. Right. So I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed today. If you did, make sure you please subscribe, like, do all the things. And I hope you'll come back and join me again. Hopefully I'll be back in 2 weeks. It depends on when I leave my daughter's, because it's actually, if we talk in 2 weeks, then it would be the day that I'm supposed to be filming. So it depends if I come back that day, how late I get here, as to whether I'll record, or I might record the night before up at my daughter's. We'll just see how it goes. Meanwhile, you guys have a wonderful rest of November into December. Wherever you are, if you're hot, please keep cool, drink lots of fluid. If you're cold, snuggle up warm and keep cozy. And don't forget, march the beat of your own drum. That's where the magic happens. Toodles.